Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 2. Now this is going to be my review for the final part of the Invasion crossover, which is also Episode 7 of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2. So obviously before we go ahead, spoiler warning, we're going to be talking about the major parts of this episode. But yeah, let's get straight into it. But how cool is it to have all of the Legends join the fray? Obviously this being a Legends episode, we got some time travel, which was pretty damn awesome. I must say that Ollie was a bit rough on Kara or Supergirl, but there was sense to his argument. But you could tell Kara was not all pleased with him, and you had to feel a bit sorry for her at the same time. It was sort of awkward with Professor Stein and his daughter, seeing that he knows nothing about her and he's learning all these different things. But there was a lot of development with that story throughout this episode. We did get the debut of Nate's new super suit, which we saw in the last episode of Legends of Tomorrow on like a mannequin, if you want to call it that. The helmet is a bit meh, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but the rest of the suit is pretty sweet in my opinion. The takedown of that lone Dominator was pretty funny, especially with Heatwave. He has had some classic lines throughout this crossover, and it definitely continued in this episode. Now, one question I have to ask you guys, the guy that took out Heatwave, Vixen, and Citizen Steel, I think his name was Agent Smith, was his younger version, like the one back in the 1950s, was he the guy from Scary Movie 3 and 4? He definitely looks like him, extremely familiar. When he popped up, I was thinking, that actor looks familiar, and I'm pretty sure it's the guy from Scary Movies 3 and 4. But yeah, let me know if I'm correct in saying that. Now, speaking of that government official, I thought it was a pretty big twist that the official from the past is the same dude from the present in 2016. It was pretty damn awesome. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It was funny seeing Team Tech of Cisco and Felicity saving the day with the Legends back in the 1950s. Awkward being saved by geeks, as Heatwave does say. But this all revolves around like a Dominator truce, and it was extremely interesting seeing that due to Barry causing Flashpoint, he broke a truce that the government had with the Dominators, and the handover of Barry Allen to the Dominators would result in them going away. And I must say that Cisco and Nate are my new bromance. Hopefully we get more of them interacting because I love them two on screen together. It was awesome. But speaking of Cisco, it was a massive twist when, Cisco, due to him changing the past, actually endangers everyone. So he really now couldn't be mad at Barry. It would be very hypocritical of him to do so. So it was a big learning curve for Cisco, which I thought was great because a lot of people have been complaining over these first two crossover episodes, Cisco's being a whiner, a whinger, but in this episode it all gets resolved and he realizes that he really can't be mad at Barry anymore, which I thought was great. Was I the only one that teared up a bit when all the other heroes stopped Barry from turning himself into the Dominators? I thought that was great, like all of them just sticking up for him, especially when Cisco forgives Barry. I thought that was awesome and just tugged on my heartstrings quite a bit. That fight scene on the rooftop that we'd seen in the trailers, so epic. Like, I can't even use a lot of words to describe it because I'm a bit gobsmacked by it all. But just all those heroes fighting on one rooftop against the Dominators was just absolutely insane. Like seeing Barry run around in slow motion and putting on those nano weapons on each of them. Oliver firing arrows, Supergirl and Firestorm and Adam flying through the sky. Just insane. And then obviously we had Supergirl save Ollie from falling off of the rooftop, which, put some perspective in Ollie in regards to what he was saying before to Supergirl earlier in the episode. Now, one of the coolest moments in the episode, in my opinion, was Firestorm transmuting the big weapon or the big bomb that the Dominators had. Transmuting is basically Firestorm's thing. Like, they do it on Legends of Tomorrow. I think they've done it 2 or 3 times, but not a lot. Like, it's his main thing. Like, they sort of turned him into like a human torch, essentially. But transmutation is his thing, so it was really cool to see them use it, and on such a big thing like that bomb. So when he finally does it and just turns into water, I thought that was awesome. We obviously had some comedy towards the end of the episode with Sarah and Heatwave checking out the new president, which was pretty funny. But that superhero party at the end, where was my invite? That looked like it was going to be a lot of fun, everyone drinking champagne. It looked like quite the shindig, if you know what I mean. And we got that cool little Easter egg from Ray Palmer when he said that Kara looked like his cousin. Obviously, Brandon Routh, who plays Ray Palmer, played Clark Kent or Superman in Superman Returns in I think 2005 or 2006 or 2007, one of them. And obviously Supergirl is Superman's cousin, so I thought that was awesome. It would be really cool if there was like an Earth 1 Kara Danvers or an Earth 1 version of Kara Danvers. She might have a different name, and it actually is Ray Palmer's cousin. That would be pretty damn sick. I thought it was good that Ollie apologized to Kara. Ollie isn't the best at apologies, so seeing this in this episode, especially a crossover setting, was great. I think Oliver's been the best character of the crossover. He was great in the Flash episode, awesome in the Arrow episode, and in this episode he was really good as well, like leading the team for the most part. Now, Cisco's gift to Kara is really going to excuse them having to merge the Earths of Supergirl's Earth and Earth 1, and it also sets up the musical crossover, which we know is coming later on this season with both the Flash and Supergirl. So not only can she open her own breaches and travel back to Earth 1, but she can like talk to Cisco. So if she's bored in just thinking, oh, I'll give Cisco a ring, she can from different Earths, which is pretty damn awesome. Now, one big thing that's going to continue on Legends of Tomorrow is the Martin Stein thing with his daughter. He's not going to fix the aberration. He wants to keep his daughter, even though earlier he was thinking about erasing her from history. So will it have further consequences? You would have to think so. It's an aberration that was never there. So I think later in the season in Legends of Tomorrow, we are going to see some more development with that. Well, at least I'm hoping that we are, and I'm assuming that we will. I got a bit misty-eyed once again when Ollie and Sarah reminisced about that alternate reality where they said it was basically their dream life, if you know what I mean. And just Ollie and Sarah being back together was awesome. And the final scene of the crossover, Ollie and Barry having beers. It's the best scene of the crossover. Them in a bar or a pub, whatever you want to call it, just having a few beers. It was awesome. But overall, this episode was a fantastic ending to a fantastic crossover. And I cannot wait for next season or next year when we get hopefully the exact same thing, but on a much bigger scale with more heroes, obviously, because now we got Wally West emerging. And you never know, we might get some more legends. And even on Supergirl, they might bring Martian Manhunter and stuff over as well. My mind's blown. Like, I can't believe this happened on TV. Like, as a kid, never would have imagined it. Even like 2 or 3 years ago, I never imagined we would have got a 4-night crossover with all these heroes on screen at the same time. It's mind-blowing. And I cannot wait to watch all of these episodes in a row again, almost as if it's a movie. It's going to be awesome, and this was just a fantastic experience. And everyone involved, whether it was the writers, the producers, the actors, the people that just work on the set, you got to give them just a massive rap. It was just an awesome experience, and I can't believe we actually experienced it. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, as well as the crossover and the episodes in general, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section below what was your favourite part in this episode, as well as what was your favourite part in the entire crossover. I'd really like to know what everyone liked the most. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.